Hello Pisces, this is Joe, and I'm going to do your love connection reading for the remainder of August 2020. This is about the 20th through the 31st. It's just a check-in in your love life, your relationship, you know, whether you're married, dating, procreating, who knows. This is all about that connection and what's happening. This is an intuitive reading, so with that said, it's not going to be for everybody. It just possibly can't be. And if it's not, well, that's okay. There's always another message on another day. And, you know, you can always check your other placements, like your rising, your moon, or Venus signs. Those might actually ring a little bit more true for you, depending. Anyway, so this is going to be a quick check-in. I'm going to pull cards for you, or actually your person and you. It's going to be a you versus them versus you kind of check-in to see where you're at. And really anything can come out. I don't know. I do rely on the cards and spirit to bring forward an inspired message. So that's kind of how I do this. If you've never watched me before, I do things a little bit differently than most. So you might not be used to the way I read cards. But, you know, that's okay. I don't assign zodiacs to cards like a lot of people do. And that is, that's okay. And that's just my own personal preference, because I don't want to limit the scope of a message to just one particular thing. Alright, so far for your person, you have Nine of Cups. Okay. Nine of Cups is their overall foundation in this. Really, I feel like this, to them, they really wanted something, they got it, and they want to do an about face and go the other direction. And I feel like this is I feel like this is them wanting to go in the other direction from you, Pisces. But let's see if that's mutual or if that's what is coming through. That's my first impression. So, and I always read cards. First impression matters to me more than the actual traditional meaning of the tarot card. So first impression, and then from there we can talk about the traditional tarot card meaning. That's just kind of how I do it. So, Three of Pentacles. King of Wands for you. Page of Wands. Again, one more for you, Pisces. Wow, you both have Temperance in your finishing place. Let's see. Seven of Swords. You know, so I'm going to just say how I see it, how I feel it. And if it isn't for you, that's okay. Because we don't want to force any of this into your circumstances if it doesn't fit. But I do feel like your person really wanted something, and they got what they wanted, and now they want to turn around and go the other way. So you might have been kind of resistant to this person in the past, and then you said, okay, let's go ahead, let's give this a try. And now they're turning around and they're going in the other direction. And I think this really kind of pisses you off, because not because you have a whole lot of emotional attachment, investment in it, because there was a lot of potential, but I think it has you pissed off because they just turned around so quickly. Because you have the Seven of Swords, and I feel like, to me, this is like they kind of robbed you of some peace of mind. You know, they kind of came in very quickly and they said, no thanks, I'm out of here. They didn't stay very long in your life, or weren't really wanting that commitment for very long. This might have even been kind of a friends with benefits type thing that got really weird and awkward maybe. And there might have been some kind of like hope that this is going to transition from just friends, you know, getting physical with one another and having that type of relationship. There might have been like discussion or talk of that, and it never actually happened, or it started to happen and your person is splitting, hitting the door for some reason. So Pisces, that's the way I kind of see this coming through. So the Nine of Cups, they were really all about like this could be a good thing, and very quickly, Eight of Cups, they turn around with the other way. Something scared them, and I think this is because this person has a phobia of commitment, and that's probably how you guys really ended up in this situation. They have a phobia of commitment, and then they have the Three of Cups. They're not ready to commit. You know, they're not ready to commit to, you know, the Two of Cups, taking one of those cups out. If it's just, you know, having a good time and doing a lot of different things, or having a circle of people around you, and there might be a lot of flirting or a lot of, you know, that type of banter and silly stuff going on in your circle with this person. They don't want to give that up. This commitment's scaring them, and so I think that the Hanged Man is them really representing their, like, oh crap, I got into this and now I got to get myself out. And it's interesting because your person also has Temperance. Temperance can be about so many different things, and a lot of times it's about moderation. It's about getting along. It's about sometimes unfinished business, that type of thing. Toning it down, putting on the brakes, really taking time to try and see the truth or the facts in a situation. And you both have it. And I'm going to tell you what I think that means in just a minute, but we're going to go through yours. I did say you're pissed off, you're angry because you feel like they robbed you of some of your peace of mind, took some of your time and energy away, and maybe you might feel a little bit betrayed. They may have been a distraction in your life. They may have taken you from things that were important, or distracted you from things that were important, or you might have passed some things up that were important. Three of Pentacles, that's how that comes across to me. So you might be very, or might have, or might be very focused or driven on a particular aspect of your life. And I feel like that they kind of came in and redirected you, or at least kind of upset that a little bit. And so I think that's what has you so upset, is because you willingly gave your time and attention, and you may have given materially to this a little bit, financially in some respect, spending money maybe that you wouldn't normally have, or who knows. But so there you are. I think I said you're pissed off. Now you're in the King of Wands, and I think this King of Wands is pretty pissed, not happy. I do feel like this represents, like, you know, setting up boundaries and not being afraid to just, I think that you might have chastised your person, or you might have spoke your mind. You might have done it with a little bit of brutal honesty, and so I think you're trying to tone it down. I think here you have the Page of Wands. And I think you're just trying to regain your focus, and get your thoughts collected, get yourself back together, and pursue what it is that is beyond this in your life. And I don't think that for you right now, Pisces, it's really about a relationship. I think you're just kind of, you've been soured on that because of this experience. And I think you might just refocus on your work, on what it is that is important to you long term. And I think that this Page of Wands is all about that, about, you know, kind of like really getting grounded, really getting back in the game of what is important to you. And I think that might be your work, your career, or it could be anything else in your life that is very important to you that you probably were distracted from because of this. So let's talk about Temperance, though. I feel like the two of you are trying to be friends. I know it's corny, but you know that saying, well, we can just be friends. And I really do feel like that this is, I'm just trying to get back to that, but I feel like it feels kind of cheap. It's not genuine, and I don't think that, you know, neither of you feels like you can really truly get back to that. But that's the nice thing to say. That's the nice way to part ways, I suppose. And so it's like this. I feel like it's just kind of fake, but it's a way to just end things without a lot of bad feelings out in the open, up in the air, out in public or whatever. And it's just trying to just like part ways in this without having a lot of drama. So I feel like your person really did a number on you, and it's really kind of pissed you off, you know. I feel like this very like kind of, oh, look at that, orphaned. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to pull one more, but orphan fell out, and that's just so funny. Yeah, okay, so two cards fell out. So I think it just left you with a bad taste in your mouth. And I think you just want to not deal with this kind of stuff anytime soon. So I think you're going to redirect your focus into other more important things. But you have orphaned here. So this kind of, I think, maybe did hurt you. But I think this really was kind of a kick to your ego, because maybe you've never really been treated this way, to this extent. And so I think it really hurt you, and it really left you feeling out in the cold and abandoned. And I think it hurts you because there was a friendship that has now been destroyed on top of it. Then you have the never-ending story. This is probably, it's interesting the way this comes through. And I always say I read first impression on things, but I do feel like this might have the potential to come back around at some point in the future. So be on guard, be careful, because if that does happen, then you're kind of dealing with that narcissistic type personality. They get bored and they come back around looking for more of whatever it was that they got out of you before. And so to me, this comes out as like a warning that you could very easily get sucked back in if you don't hold your ground, stand firm, and just not be seduced by the charming person who is very convincing and probably easily able to manipulate people in a way. So if that happens, then you're dealing with the narcissist, and definitely stay away from that. So wow, orphan, the way that came out, just it really puts a meaning to all of this. So Pisces, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say have a great rest of your day. If this resonated with you, great. I would love to hear about it. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me in the future. And if it wasn't for you, just check back another time. There might be another message that is better suited for you at some point in the future. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.